Hey, good to see you're feeling better.
Thank you. Mr. Finnegan, was it?
Sweet Mother Mary. Have we taken in the village idiot?
Barry! Remember, Shay, I'm Cassidy, and this is...
Barry!
You've been ill for weeks.
I hate to have been a burden.
See? He's a civilized fella.
Aye, for a clumsy deckhand. Probably fell off his ship half drunk.
Barry!
He's right.
What do y'all want?
What's going on?
You wretch, how dare you!
Shut up, woman.
Oh!
Leave her alone.
Now what are you going on about?
Stay out of this, you fool!
Well, I was going to, but... Now you've made things personal.
Your death would be He's escaping! Get him! And don't come back! Thank you, Shay. In my younger days, I could have taken them one-handed.
Why were these men bothering you?
Ah, the usual. They feel they're owed money because they're not harming citizens. Mark me words, those gangs are going to be the downfall of this city.
Wait here, I have something for you. It won't do you any good walking around Starkers. Here, try these on. They were our sons.
I suppose, if you're looking for trouble, you'll be needing these.
Thank you.
Don't you look a right gentleman?
Cass.
Did I have a book with me?
Just those peculiar weapons.
Thank you both. If you'll excuse me. And the manuscript is at the bottom of the Atlantic.
You again! You'll regret this! The Finnegans are dead! Hear me? Dead! Putting your nose in other people's business ain't nice! You picked the wrong side! You'll regret this! And so will...
What have you and your friends got against the Finnegans?
I got no gripe. My boss sent me over.
Ah, and where's he set up?
You can't miss it. There's always black smoke rising from the courtyard of that building.
green on Sunday. Now the shops are closed, and things are happening again. Capital thing.
Stop you!
You!
There for a thrashing! We own this town, boy. We'll give you a lesson. We own this. Oh, bollocks! That's a grenade! Get him, boys! Get him away! Must I do everything here? We own this town, boy.
He moves too
Ready to
fast.
take him down? I'll catch up with you one way or another. Mark my
Have a good
word.
line on him! From here. What are you waiting for? Kill him!
Over there. Get him. Don't get
Quick,
your hopes
help
up.
your master.
I'll keep up with you.
I'd like to
Ready to take him down?
Brothers, join me against the
I
enemy.
can shoot him. Help! Help! He's getting away.
Brothers! We own this town, boy. Come on, over here. We've got something. Let us make our stand, brothers.
You can't slip away from us, you mangy.
I'd like to see God see.
come up! You shall perish! I see the dumb toad again! Let's catch him! Like wraiths, we shall haunt your dying! Curses! These guns shoot wild! You run interference. I'll regroup our forces. You run... Your death is upon thee!
Corner him! Can't see
Your
now.
flies!
That will help us smoke.
Be at ease, Master Cormac. We are friends. The Finnegans were worried you might take matters into your own hands. I am Colonel George Monroe.
Colonel?
I came to help, but I see I am late. Thank you for dealing with these foul criminals. They were a blight on New York.
What do you care? You redcoats are nothing but landlords. The townsfolk here are grinding away, trying to make a living.
I cannot blame you for having that impression. Some of my comrades have been less than helpful. But I take a different approach.
And what is that?
I care. I want to see these colonists safe and prosperous.
Noble words.
Perhaps actions will convince you otherwise, Master Cormac.
Here. Reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city. I realize you have no reason to trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the Finnegans.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, he and I, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not govern, Master Cormac. I merely assist. See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
Great work.
The neighborhood will be much better now.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac. You can do great things for this city and its citizens. After a man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
The Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right. And he may have a point. With everything that has happened. With what I've done. I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
Shay, Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist. And he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Did you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, 'twould be a shame to miss that.
He's getting away. Must I do everything here? I have us all. I have him in my sight. Together, my brothers and sisters! Ready to fire. Good line on him! Him in my sight.
Christopher Gist. I'm Shay Cormac.
Can't! But what are you doing here, if you don't mind me asking?
The Colonel sent
Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
It's Morrigan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Oh, wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere, and most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I thought something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. I tell you what, I shall find a new... crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
Oh, you like the clowns, eh? How about a taste of this?
You there! Stop!
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Splendid! Captain's helm! The Colonel waits in Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe. Not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, we'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
Get the mainsails into the wind!
Anchor away!
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that. What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonists. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Now, why do you say that?
Chief Captain! I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need.
Anchor
I
away!
simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Mais je la...
Bien sûr, c'est moi. Je dans la tombe. Garde!
Laissez-moi tranquille, je suis innocent!
Donc je me suis enrôlé pour une autre année.
Vraiment? Attends, c'était quoi ça?
Félicien, j'ai une mission spéciale pour vous. Suivez-moi.
Ne bouge
De grâce, pitié. Laisse-moi tranquille, je suis innocent. Charles, tu remplaces Terrien jusqu'à ce qu'il se remette de sa blessure. Félicien, j'ai une mission spéciale pour vous. Suivez-moi. On double les patrouilles jusqu'à nouvel ordre. Je l'ai en joue. Charles, tu remplaces Terrien jusqu'à ce qu'il se remette de sa blessure.
You have the key to my heart. Well, to the spoils here at the very least.
I have everything you need from nature's garden.
Je vous serai à jamais reconnaissant, monsieur.
Vous n'avez rien de mieux à faire que de vous écharper comme des gorilles.
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower. We will... Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble before the Morrigan.
Captain Cormac has...
Mates out!
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy.
There's our target!
Wear down
Knock
the
her
fort's
down like a
defenses
game of
first.
ninepins!
Otherwise, they will just
Begin by
dig
hitting
in.
her towers.
Wounded bear.
As the Colonel says!
More power, Captain!
That's their weak
Break my hand, sir!
Waste a good shot.
Fire! Fire!
Good shot and finish her.
More
win!
We're heading
Superb! Now find the fort commander! Drop anchor!
Arrête. Je vous salue les verts. Je peux la battre d'ici. Plus vite, on perd du terrain. Plus vite, il ne faut pas le perdre. Comme une vache dans un couloir aligné, chien. Arrête, arrête toi.
Le chasseur?
Shay, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur!
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
Lost sight of him. We have to find him again. Resistance is not in your best interest. Desist! So close this time. I think street urchins might have more skill. Lost sight of him. We have to find him again. Don't give him the satisfaction of slipping away. Find him again.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur!
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
I can't see him anymore. Where did you learn to fight?
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
Then may your final delivery be swift. Le Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
We have seasoned veterans among our ranks here, and yet we're to be...
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't say.
It was... The Colonel thanks and congratulates you, Shay. He has returned to New York. But you look troubled.
Do you ever wonder if you're doing the right thing, Gist? If you chose the right path?
I used to, my young friend, but not anymore. Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French... Not since I met the Colonel. And what's the question? The French are entrenched in our territory. It's time we...
Good day's hunting.
How long do you reckon the English and French been fighting? Who's for beer?
Well, when I first got here, there were rough.
Drunk. You would have fallen
I got you, boy! I'm
I must be.
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good. He is making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I'll look into this.
Thank you.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
That's your dirty...
Did you see him today?
What's Franklin working on?
The boss really wants Franklin isolated.
Huh? No one interrupts this. Really?
I saw him go that way! Faster!
Crow flies! I see him! I have a clear sight of him! We have to find him again!
Shay! It is good to see you again.
Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia, and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Of course. God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
No. Yes, just old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
You're right, Colonel.
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door. Use these grenades to destroy that door. Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby hiding a dangerous poison.
And that's my first target. Yeah.
Stay away! This is dangerous! In on him! You can't escape us!
Do your job and bring him down. Stop pretending to be a pussycat and come out!
Must get out. Rob as good as dead.
The whole place will blow up. He will not pass.
Ah, what marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe.
Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Is something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
From the Colonel.
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassins sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Captain has the head!
Unfurl, man your post, Gist. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry. Facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But do you realize it has been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Yes. I have a question. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say
the Colonel wanted us to avoid this subject so it wouldn't, you know, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to then? Monroe mentioned a Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Rite. You'd like him, Shay. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
The garrison is surrounded. Reinforcements are late.
General Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his pistols.
His or King Louis?
Either. Though I suspect Louis is finer.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
I know Murphy is in the French king's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg.
We have the...
We're heading for a crash, sir!
Hey! Ships may come and ships may go.
That's quite a win, Captain!
Loose and catch the wind!
Foretops loose!
Tops, gallants, royals, stood!
Twas a cold and dreary morning in December.
Waters are closely watched by our enemies.
sir!
Ready, boys? It's the snap of life, the toil and strife. We will learn on the foe. We don't give a damn when hail has stopped. How hard the wind did blow. We're homeward bound, kiss the candles down on good ship home.
Trim the yards off the wind!
We don't give a damn when we
Reef!
or row.
Short no sail!
Anchor!